right.
How are you doing? Woo!
Figured it out. That was like panic mode to the max.
Oh, you're fine. It just takes a minute to get it figured out. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hold on. Let me see why my volume's so low. Okay.
Yeah, I had to adjust my volume, turn off my notifications, and my shop's still crooked. How are you guys doing? Look at everyone's here already. Oh my gosh, there's so many people joining us. Good afternoon, you guys.
All right. Well, this is good stuff.
This is
hot there in your shop. I'm sweating to death in mine.
Oh my gosh, I'm in the shop. We've got the AC on, and I say I have the AC on, so I'm literally in a sweatshirt right now, and it's white, and you can tell I have not worked today. Otherwise, I'd look like Pigpen.
Yeah, I had to change because I was frantically cleaning and trying to get the shop ready.
I did not clean. My shop is a mess. You guys get it El Natural, right?
There you go. All right. I guess we're going to hang tight for a minute or two and let some people join, and then we're going to get started on talking about our cool project that we have coming up.
Oh, very cool. While we're waiting, you want to tell us about what is your favorite welding project that you've ever worked on so far besides this one? You can't say this one.
Yeah. So my favorite welding project that I've ever worked on, oh, good grief. There's a lot of stuff. Honestly, probably the first thing I ever made with my daughter would probably be my favorite project. And that was a little Cactus Jewelry holder with a little cowboy hat on top of it that we made. And she got to use the oxy-fuel torch and hit it with a hammer and bend up the arms of the cactus and stuff, and that was really cute. And then she got to use the MIG welder to tack it up. So that was probably my proudest moment, seeing my little kid get after it. So
oh my gosh, that is awesome. I love seeing the posts of you guys welding together. It is such a parenting done right moment. I love that you got her all the safety gear and everything else. But teaching her to just go out and do that and not be scared of doing something that it could be intimidating to see, like the arcs and the sparks and all that. So yeah. It is so awesome that she is in the shop with you. I love that.
Yeah, she might not have had a choice, so. Right. No, I mean, she's awesome. She'll be 12 this year, and she can set up a MIG and run that pretty good. She's getting used to TIG welding. She loves the plasma cutter. That's probably her favorite thing on the planet. And she likes drawing and then cutting stuff out. So just about anybody in her family probably has a name plaque at this point or something. she gouged into.
Awesome.
Yeah, so she's on the right track. She wants to get into probably engineering or something like that. I don't think she wants to do just welding. So
well,
she has
her
skills, next Disney star or something. But
oh my gosh, right? Yeah, she could take those welding skills and put them into other areas of her life. It's the focus and it's the goal setting and everything else that goes with, like, oh, my weld looks like this. Let me improve it to make it look like this. It's just something you can use it in any area of your life.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And all I want her to do is be a strong, independent lady when she gets older. So
yes, I love it.
Hopefully she's on the road to success. What was your favorite project?
I'd have to say hands down there's two of them, but my most proudest moment was the sculpture for Harley Davidson for their 115th anniversary.
Oh,
Not only did I get to do it, it's completely made out of scrap, but I got to work with amazing people on that and then ended up on stage in the middle of a concert to present it to Harley Davidson. Like, who gets to go on stage at a Jackal concert, right?
There you go.
Welding has given me so many opportunities that I just never in a million years could have just dreamed up, and I've got a good imagination.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so I guess we're at 2:00, so we should get started. So, hi everybody. I see lots of hellos from all over the country and probably the world. I thought I saw Brazil go by, so that's really exciting. So, my name is Stephanie Hoffman. I'm the program manager of workforce development for the American Welding Society's foundation. That's kind of a very small thing, I guess, of what I do. I also travel with the Careers in Welding trailer, so I'm on the road with that 18 weeks a year. promoting careers in welding, trying to get folks introduced to welding with the Vertex machines, and encouraging them to apply for scholarships, giving them career information, salary information, stuff like that. And then in my spare time, I am still a welder, very much so. I run a small little fab shop out of my house garage. I do a lot of metal art, fabrication, and I'm a former welding instructor. So that's kind of who I am and what I do. Barbie?
I am Barbie the welder. I've been welding for, 13 years now. I got into welding in order to be a full-time metal artist, which I am today. I am actually pushing 6 years as a full-time artist and absolutely thriving and living a life beyond my wildest dreams. I have written 3 books and I'm teaching people how to weld art through the books and my YouTube channel, and just am absolutely just creating stuff that I'm absolutely in love with every day.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, who would have thought welding would take us to these places that we're at right now, right?
That's for sure. It is absolutely an adventure.
Yeah. So the real reason why we're here today isn't just to talk about us, right? Our real reason for being here is that we're really, really excited to present to all of you guys within the welding community and the art community a really awesome project that we're doing in conjunction with the American Welding Society, and it's called Arc to Art. So I guess maybe we want to take you for along for the ride, and we really hope that you guys enter for our raffles that we have going on. We're giving away 50 swag bags, so make sure you head over to, I have the website, aws.org/arc2art, and sign up to hopefully win yourself a swag bag. You'll have hats, stickers, all that cool stuff. So now let's talk a little bit more. I don't know, you want to talk about our careers a little bit more, or you want to get right into the project?
I think we could talk about how we're going to collaborate together, even though we're going to work on this project together, but we're in 2 different shops, and how that's going to work.
Yeah, so that is weird. Right now we're in the state of national pandemic. So getting to really collaborate 100% together is something that we're not really able to do totally just yet. We do have plans to hopefully put the final pieces together. That, you know, kind of has to happen. So I guess in a nutshell, this project isn't just about the 2 of us making something for the heck of it, right? I think there's a little bit more meaning behind the project. For me, this project is what the sculpture is going to be in the end. Really represents a time, especially right now in today's environment with just, it seems like crisis everywhere you turn, right? You turn on the news and it's one more upsetting story about how things are just kind of seemingly falling apart right now. And I think this sculpture really symbolizes the coming together and the fact that at our core, us as Americans are strong. We're going to get through anything. So it's just, this project really isn't about just 2 ladies working together on a sculpture, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, the sculpture represents the showcasing of the welding industry as a whole, and showing welding in a way that most people, when you talk about welding, you're thinking pipeline, you're thinking, you know, big giant construction of buildings and the iron workers, and that is such a major portion of welding. But welding is also delicate art, or sometimes not so delicate art as well. And I think showcasing the welding industry for me, and through art, which is just what I do, what we both do on a daily basis, but also it represents freedom to me. Welding gave me the freedom to do so much with my life. It's given me so many opportunities. So the more I can help showcase the welding industry and just all the things that are possible within it is just, it's absolutely my heart.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is going to be interesting for both of us because this is both of our first time ever really making art with somebody else.
Yes.
I've done lots and lots of art. I've done lots of big fabrication and different, jobs with people, but never art with somebody else. Maybe my daughter, but that's a little different. So I know this is going to pose a lot of challenges in that aspect. We both have different styles. You definitely have, you're Barbie the welder. You're the female sculptor of the world. You know, who's better than you? So I feel like I have really big shoes to fill. It's a lot of pressure for me. I come from a much more technical standard style background, a lot of pipe work and different, you know, codes and standards. So my art still sometimes has a lot of fabrication influence. So I consider myself more of a metal fabrication artist rather than I guess an artist or a sculptor. You know, sculpting is something that still terrifies me. I think I'm going to learn a lot from you, your techniques and things that you do. So I'm really excited about all of that.
Sister, welding is an art before you do anything else with it. And a person that can pick up a torch and create something, whether it's from a blueprint or not, they're artists. In my mind, it's like absolutely like fabrication is literally just the creation of art. We're just doing different shapes today.
Yeah.
Yes, I am nervous about this. The sculpture is going to, I know, push my skills as an individual far past anything I've ever done. I've done some really amazing and fun and just incredible stuff, but this is going to far surpass. It's mainly like the whole idea of what we're creating, and we're so playing it suspenseful with this. You guys just wait a minute to get to it. But yeah, working with another artist, I'm definitely an alpha when it comes to, I know what I want done. I got this, I got that, I got that. And I'm sure you're in the same boat as far as like your alpha. You're so used to just handling stuff and I've got this and let me do it. So it is going to be fun. I know we're going to have a lot of fun with this because we're definitely going to be able to lean on each other for your strengths and for my strengths. And I think it's just going to make it so much better because we will have each other's influence in it. I know I'm going to learn a lot from working with you, and I'm really excited.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I'm all in for all of the adventure that we have ahead of us. So if you guys are unaware, this series is going to take, this is technically the first episode of this series that you guys will see. If you follow both of us on our Instagram, obviously Barbie the Welder, the American Welding Society, and mine, Underground Metalworks, you're going to find all of the, I guess, happenings of this sculpture as it comes together.
Yeah, that's right. 8 full episodes. I forgot about that. It's
going to be 8 episodes in total with the last one. Unfortunately, we were hoping to bring this to you all for FabTech, but as you all know, FabTech is not in the books for this year. So we'll see what else we come up with for a reveal. We have some good ideas cooking, so it's going to be fun no matter what. And we hope that all of you are going to find joy and entertainment out of what we
sculpture is going to be, because I will give you a little sneak peek. I did a little drawing to give you guys an idea of what we're going to work on. You guys ready for this? All right, there you go. This is a sculpture that we're working on. Okay, you see, like, there's her little arm there. She's got a book in her hand. Her little crown's up there. Like, can you see it yet? All right, okay, maybe we want to go with a professional artist to show us what it's going to really
It's good. It's good. You can use that all you want, but I was thinking maybe I took some time out and decided to come up with a little drawing myself here of something that I think we could do. So this is what I put together. We're going to be working on a beautiful Lady Liberty with lots of American Welding Society influence.
The side by side.
Yeah, there you go. So I sketched this up. If you didn't realize it, if I wasn't a welder, I'd probably be a tattooer. So I think I've picked up the.
That is amazing. Show that again, Stephanie. That is just, it's just, I am like so, like, this really is my best drawing that I did. Like, look at her drawing, guys. It's just so incredible. And
we have it in color.
I have goosebumps. Like, I have absolute goosebumps about this. The scope of what we're going to do is absolutely there. Oh my gosh. It's just incredible. So we're going to create this in metal. And what are we looking at? I think we agreed on, is it 5 foot? Is it 5 foot?
I think in total, the statue part will be
that's right,
roughly 5'2", I think. And then the base is going to be another foot. So we're looking at about 6'2" with a max of 6.5 feet. For this, just because there is one location we're hoping to be we got to get final approval for to put it in, and we only have a max threshold there of 6'9", so we gotta make sure we can get it in there.
Definitely. I'm so excited about this. What do you guys think about this? It is absolutely incredible. That's why we're both a little bit nervous about this. Just because of taking something that's just such a prominent sculpture and putting our own twist on it is it's slightly intimidating. It's deeply intimidating.
Yeah, and I mean, given the current state of affairs that we're in right now, to be making such a piece, I'm really proud of it. I think it's gonna say a lot just about, you know, us as women and fabricators, us as a country and a community of welders coming together. You know, they say us in the trades, we're the backbone of America. So I think that this is going to be epic, in my opinion. It's probably going to be one of the most rad experiences that I'll ever get to be a part of. Terrified.
This is my new favorite.
At least about doing it in comparison to what you're able to put out there. But I think the stuff that I'm going to be handling is definitely going to be much more within my wheelhouse, and I'm going to be hopefully pushing myself to some pretty cool limits, I think, and doing some different techniques that I've never done before. So, Barbie, why don't you talk a little bit about the portions that you're going to be tackling?
Yes. Oh my gosh. It is. I love that you said that the skilled trades are the backbone of technically the world. Like we'll talk about America, but you're right. They're really the backbone. So I love that you said that, and it's beautiful. The portion that I'm going to work on is the actual body figure of the Statue of Liberty. She's not going to have a face because of the part that Stephanie's going to make is a welding helmet. I won't talk about that, but her hair, her head, just the body, and it's going to go down into the dress. Very similar to the creatures that I've been making as far as like the woman's body, so it really does go in well with what I'm doing. Having the details in the hands and arms and just making the details really just very accurate is the word I'm looking for, like very realistic.
Yeah.
There we go. Very realistic. I'm so excited about that part, but what I'm going to be doing is the body and the arms and basically the body of it is going to be framed out in a 1/4 inch round bar, and I'll hand form that, and sometimes I use an old rim to bend stuff over, and then I'm actually going to use an 11 gauge sheet steel, and I'm going to form it over it. If you think about like a chocolate Easter bunny, how they're hollow inside, same concept, but 5-some foot tall woman that is going to push my skills past anything I've ever done.
Yeah. Well, I have all the faith that it's going to look fantastic. So the portion that I'm going to be tackling is going to be the base. I'm going to be doing instead of the book that she's holding, we're going to make it the AWS D11 code book. And then I'm going to be tackling the helmet. The base, I'm going to be using no steel and no stainless. I'm only going to be using 2 materials, aluminum and copper. I thought it was really important that we incorporate different types of material within this project. So my big thing, and you know, most of my background was doing anodized pipe work. So I wanted to make sure that I kind of contributed something that is kind of my personal favorite material to work with, and that is aluminum. And then as of recent months, I've been really getting into copper. So with the base, I'm going to do a lot of cool riveting, some engraving, a couple of different techniques with the engraving, and possibly some acid etching. I'm not sure yet because I haven't done it yet before on aluminum, so I gotta test it out first, see how it looks. And then the helmet, I'm gonna sculpt completely out of aluminum. Never sculpted anything out of aluminum before, so that'll be fun. Hopefully, when I heat it up, it doesn't just incinerate and just disappear. I've made a couple of spiral staircases, and doing the handrail that comes around, you heat it up a little too much to bend it, and all this goes away. So hopefully I do a good job with sculpting the helmet. And then the only piece that I'll be working with really on my own that's going to be steel is going to be the headgear inside. It's going to bolt to the side of the helmet. That way we can fix it to the head of the sculpture that Barbie is making. Yeah. And now there's one other component to this, and that you guys saw in the pictures, and that's the big draping of the American flag that's going to go across her body from shoulder down to the base. And that part, Barbie, as of right now, we're working on that together, correct?
Yes, we will be getting together once we get all those pieces done separately. We're going to come together in one shop and help and work together to create the flag that goes across. I'm super excited. I still don't know how we're going to do that one.
Yeah. I ordered a couple of big sheets of, we're going to try and do it at a 14 gauge steel. The shop because both of our shops are on the smaller side. So we are going to be, my good friend over at Exit 74, Custom Fabrication, is going to be letting us use his shop here in New Jersey. So he's got a CNC table that hopefully we'll be able to cut all those stars and save ourselves some time. And then we're just going to have, I'm guessing we're going to use a lot of oxy-fuel torches and heat that steel up and hopefully get the full flow, right?
Yeah, that's it too, is getting that look so it looks like it is just like it's material draped across.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and then I guess, that'll wrap up the project. I mean, we're making it sound kind of like, oh yeah, that's it. We're just going to do a couple of things and put this flag on there and it'll be done. It's definitely going to take a lot of time and a lot of sweating. I'm here in New Jersey, you're up there in New York, and hopefully these cooler months start rolling in, or weeks start rolling in sooner than later, because it's hot and humid. So anything else about the drawing we should
I think you should show it again. I just love seeing it. I just think it's absolutely amazing. When I create my sculptures, I just do stuff out of my head. And with Stephanie being able to draw like this, especially with the two of us working together on a project and being in two separate shops, it presents a tremendous challenge. But with her being able to draw like this, I mean, like this, and her idea, she actually got the idea from a sticker that she drew before that, which is just incredible.
The stickers, they're inside.
I didn't forget it. I just think it's just amazing. But her being able to draw that, now I can see her vision, and it makes it much easier for me. It's still difficult, but it lets me see, we can see what each other is doing. Here's Stephanie, we're going to make this. It would be an amazing sculpture if I proposed.
And we went back and forth for a couple of meetings. It took us to finally hammer this down. And I looked over on my desk and I was like, wait a second, I have this really cool sticker that I did. If any of you were at FabTech last year, you might have got some of the little Statue of Liberty with the American flag, American Welding Society stickers that I did. So if you have some, maybe, I don't know, share those types of pictures. Share
you guys are now part of history.
But in the swag bag that we're going to be doing, we are going to be making those into stickers. So you'll get a cool Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty sculpture sticker in the bags. What else do we have to go over? I got all my notes. Sorry, I'm just trying to read all the notes.
I know, right? I kind of threw away the notes because I'm not much of a note girl, but I'm just like, I know the things we got to talk about. Yeah. The swag bags, you guys, there is, go to aws.org/ARC, ARC number 2, and then ART. You can enter yourself for a chance to win. There are 50 swag grab bags that are going to have hats, and Steph and I are both going to have our stickers in there. There's just going to be a bunch of stuff that we're going to put in there for you guys special, and 50 people are going to win, but you got to go over to the website and enter for your chance. Yeah. Did they put it in the link here for American Welding Society?
It should probably be a link in the bio.
There we go.
We'll make sure we get them up on our pages too. So Barbie the Welder, Underground Metal Works, along with American Welding Society's pages, they'll all be there.
We'll put them up for you guys. Make sure you guys get there because there's a lot of information over on that page too about sharing some of your background and my background. A little bit more about the project with the pictures is up there also. So if you guys don't get the bio, if you don't link in the bio, just message us and we can send you a link to it to make sure you guys get there.
Do you guys, anybody out there have any questions for us about the project? You guys curious about anything? There's so many of you guys that joined in or came in for a minute.
I know, it's amazing to see people from all over the world and where people are from. I'm going to scroll back through some of the questions because people have been asking us questions. I'm going to scroll back through. and see. Oh, thank you guys. I'm like reading the comments. Hold on. We can read them. Yeah, her selection of materials is awesome. Mighty Fine Welding said very nice selection of materials. I love that you're going to use the copper and the aluminum on it. It's just having the different materials is going to be it's just going to be an awesome way to showcase welding in the welding industries. Angel asked, is she going to have pigtails or braids? No, I think we agreed on a ponytail.
Yeah, just
I think just
standard ponytail, I think is what we're going to do.
Yeah. And that I've got, I have 40 pounds of 1/8 inch ER70S filler rod that I'm going to weld on for hair that is just ridiculous. They're like a month just to weld the hair on.
Yeah.
What is the time schedule on this project?
We're going out to, you guys will see the fin, it'll probably be done a little bit before that, but the unveiling is planned for mid-November because it was supposed to happen during Fab Tech. And I saw a couple of people asking if they're going to be able to come and see the sculpture. That is one little detail that we're working on. Fingers crossed, you guys will be able to come see it with me across the country. But if not, we don't really know where it might be. It's probably at headquarters or something. But fingers crossed that it'll be on the road and you guys all will get to see it and come out to the events and all that good stuff. So as of right now, we're looking at mid-November for the reveal. It looks like the two of us will be together again for that portion, so that's going to be fun. And again, this is going to take part over, I think it's 8 episodes. This is being the first episode, I guess you can call it.
For November, so 3 months.
Yeah, it's every 2 weeks.
So
I'm
doing math. Let me take my boot off here. You should see the math that I did to get the proportions on this. I'll send you a picture when we get done. It's ridiculous, but I literally had to take my boot off twice to do the math. All right, let's see. We've got, what do you think the biggest challenge will be? Stephanie, what do you think the biggest challenge is going to be on doing this?
The biggest challenge for me is not messing up all the engraved copper that I have. So yeah, all it takes is one quick slip and that thing is garbage. So, and copper isn't cheap. So luckily I had a nice big roll from a couple other projects laying around. So I have some stuff to practice on. I don't know, what do you think is going to be the hardest part for you?
I think, I know just like the overall and making sure that the overall form, when you look at it, you immediately see Statue of Liberty. Like that for me is just something that, because I mean, it has to be our own version, but it still has to be like, that's my Lady Liberty. Like, yeah. You don't need to, but like just the details in it and stuff, just like you're saying, like the details are everything.
Yeah. And I was going to say something else and I forgot what it is. Blonde moment.
So we got made by 96 Keys. We'd love to check in with you guys through different phases. Or are you going to wait for the final product to reveal? So we are going to create this. And as we're creating it, we are creating 8 different episodes. This is that you guys are on episode 1. So this is the first episode where we're discussing the build. The next one will be, I believe, Stephanie, you will be creating the base. Is that correct?
Yeah. But I don't think you'll be seeing the pieces in their completed state until really the end, if we can hide it, you know. So in 2 weeks from now, you're going to see the video. It won't be a live stream or anything. It'll just be a regular video posted. It'll be on our AWS YouTube pages and then our social media platforms along with yours and my social media. So that's out in 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, you're going to see progress from us on social media platforms from the American Welding Society. But you'll see a lot more content if you're following our pages, Barbie the Welder and Underground Metal Works. So you'll get much more behind the scenes stuff of this build.
Yeah, just be putting stuff out slowly over the next couple of months, and then the final one you guys will get to see. All of it together will take, I think they're going to take and just make a video of like everything overall as one solid one also.
I would hope that's the plan.
I know, right? If they
don't, boss, so.
Oh, they've been working really hard to make this happen. And I'm super honored to be part of this to be, gosh, to be representing the American Welding Society, to be working alongside you, Steph, even though we're in our own shops, to be working alongside you, it's just a tremendous honor. And I can't say thank you enough for all the work that you've put in to get where you are today in your career, because I know, I can only imagine, only imagine just the hard work. Just any welder that's out there, it's definitely a journey, and it's definitely a lot of learning, and just a lot of nose to the grindstone kind of stuff. So I just deeply want to say I'm so honored to work beside you, sister. This is awesome.
Oh, well, awesome. Believe me when I tell you, I am nervous as heck about working alongside you.
Oh my gosh.
I've been in this industry for almost 2 decades, and I hope that in the 2 decades that I've been doing this, that now I'm finally to a point in my career where I'm going to be inspiring young ladies and young, girls, boys, anybody, to want to get into this trade, whether it's on the technical side or on the art side, and to be doing that alongside of somebody such as yourself for my first big sculpture project like this is quite an honor. And if I would have thought of myself as 20 years ago sitting in the classroom, my first welding class, and you hear the words the American Welding Society, and you're going to have to test to these codes and standards, and you're shaking in your boots thinking, oh my goodness. Never thinking that here I would be today working for them, and now working alongside of the world's greatest female sculptor in the industry is pretty awesome. So
I'm honored. This is exciting. This is so exciting. So there's a couple more questions we've got coming on here.
While you're looking for questions, I did want to say something to everybody out there. So just so you know, the American Welding Society is more than just what you're seeing up here. Look into your local sections and try and get involved in your local sections. If any of you live in the South Jersey, Philadelphia area, you can hang out with me a couple times a month and be part of the Philadelphia section. Pretty much anywhere you're at in the United States, you'll find a section. Some of them might be a little farther away from home, but just make sure you guys try and get involved. Get involved with your community of welders right there in your own backyard. So that's my little plug.
Oh my gosh, the family of welders is absolutely amazing. I just love the community of welding that's on here on Instagram. All social media is like that, but Instagram just has the most amazing community for welders and welding. So we've got, where'd it go? We've got Mr. Bill Sheepsma, and I know that, I know I can pronounce the name, it's my dad, wants to know what's going to happen with the sculpture when we are done.
Yeah, so that's the part that we're still trying to get final approval on, but fingers crossed they'll be traveling on the road quite a bit, and everybody can come see it. If not, it'll just be stuck somewhere. Yeah, I saw somebody on there. I think a couple of my students had commented. So, hi guys, my former students. They're still on my babies, so I miss them all. Proud of all of you.
Well, both of us make a book together. That's an interesting question. We should do a how to weld art book together.
Oh man, as long as somebody else likes it. I'm not.
Well, let me get through this first. Just let me weld all this hair. 40 pounds of hair. I'm excited to see, and that's something we talked about before, is doing like a tally of how much metal is in it, how much of, how much of this, how many, just all the different things. I think it'd be interesting numbers to see when it's all said and done, just all the different stuff that we do have in it. And I said, I'm like, 40 pounds, really?
Yeah. That's gonna be
like doing math, like how many pieces of 1/8 inch filler rod is going to fit across, like how big is a forehead? I'm telling you, like 3 calculators. The calculators are smoke and my ears are smoke. I got my boot off trying to count on my toes, getting math right for this. Oh man, it's been a trip. Oh, both get together and do a kids coloring book. That's awesome, Jeff. I do love the idea. I know I have been dreaming up some stuff to get kids involved in welding at a younger age, and you showcasing what you're doing with your daughter, Stephanie, is just parenting done right. I love that because other parents are seeing you doing that and seeing your daughter doing that. And it's just, I think through social media, we're going to change a lot of lives with how we're showcasing what we're doing. So I am proud of you for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
I love that. Finished sculpture on the road is not possible. Sculpture we kept that. So if it's not possible for it to go on the road, it will be kept at AWS headquarters in Doral. Is it Florida? Florida.
Who knows? I mean, maybe somebody else fabulous would want it. I don't know.
It's gonna be in front of my welding shop.
Yeah, it's gonna be sit next to my mailbox.
Partial
Drive by and
custody.
check it out.
We can share custody.
Yeah, you can have her on all the even days, and I'll get all the odd days.
Oh my gosh, right? The traveling is gonna be wicked. We might as well just put up shops next to each other.
So you're way up there in New York, so you're gonna have about a 10-hour road trip, right, to get down here to the good old Jersey Shore.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited about that. Like, any excuse for a road trip is good, but like with welding involved, oh my gosh, I can't even get any happier about it. So I'm super excited about it. Super excited about it.
I just also been asking if we're gonna try any new techniques. I know I will be. I'm gonna try some acid etching on some aluminum. So with some copper sulfate is one of the techniques I'm gonna try. I saw a couple of other ones on the old Google search. So I'm gonna have at it. I'm planning on ruining a lot of aluminum.
Awesome. Hello in Kazakhstan. That is awesome. We have people from all over the world joining us today, and I just think it's incredible. Welding does bring people together. It is a giant family, no matter where you're from.
No. All right. Well, if nobody else has any more questions for us, we've been at this for, gosh, what, 35 minutes now. So I think you probably are all sick of seeing us by now. So I guess tune in the next 2 weeks to see the next installment of the Sculpture's Progress. This video will then go up on other platforms, I guess, immediately following this whole dilly. And I think it's going to be super rad. I'm really excited about it. I got to get to work, so I'm a little bit stressed out. This takes way too long. I got a lot of work to do before next week when I have to get this video out. So,
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for everything, Stephanie, and for the American Welding Society, for you guys getting together and making this happen. And just,
yeah, this is pretty much a first for the AWS, really kind of dipping our toes in the water here with getting into some real hardcore art stuff. So it's definitely exciting to see the AWS going in this direction and incorporating that huge audience of this very large welding community. So the AWS hasn't forgotten you sculptor and metal artists out there. We're thinking about you.
appreciate that.
I guess till next time, right?
Oh, it's an honor, y'all.
See you guys.
To see how
Thanks
this
for
turns
watching.
out. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate you.
Bye.